Hello students, in today's session we are going to see exercise number 2.10. This type is based on the indefinite integrals. So here you can see this gamma integral, there is a topic, right? So gamma integral is an important result which is very useful in the evaluation of a particular type of an improper definite integral. This word you have to understand, improper definite integral. So we know what is definite integral. Definite integral means there will be some limits with the integral. So in that, what is improper? So we had three words: improper, indefinite integrals. Okay, improper definite integrals. Let's see here. Indefinite integral means an integral which is expressed without limits. So like this. So that is called an indefinite integral. Okay, proper definite integral means the integrals with limits. So 0 to 1 e power minus t dt. Okay, proper definite means this number, the lower limit as well as upper limit, that will be somewhat a real number. So that can be directly seen. Improper definite integral means an improper definite integral is an integral function in which the limits either a or b, that is the lower limit or upper limit, or both, are infinite. Any one of the limit will be infinity. That type of integral is called improper definite integral. Okay, so in this type 0 to infinity e power minus t dt, this type only they say improper definite. Hello students, in today's session we are going to see the gamma integral type. Okay, so now we will see some definition regarding that. So the definition, for n greater than 0, there is a value greater than 0. For that, if integral improper definite, that is integrals with limits have one, either upper limit or lower limit, any one of that with infinity as a limit, means that is called a improper definite integral. So in this integral, if you have the integrand part, that is this part, if you have such expression like x power n minus 1 into e power minus x dx form, and this particular representation of integral is called gamma function. Okay, and it is denoted by gamma of n, right? Okay, this is gamma symbol of n, so it is read as gamma of n. So the integral with lower limit 0 and upper limit infinity, and the x has power n minus 1 and e has minus x form, then that type of integral is called gamma function, which is represented as gamma n. Right. So now a note part. If n is the positive integer, then that same result can be reduced to this form: integral 0 to infinity x power n e power minus ax dx, and this is, when it is solved, you get this as an answer. So that is n factorial by a power n plus 1. This n is taken from the power of x, and this a is the power of e, that is ax we have. In that, x coefficient is minus a, leave the minus and x, that is a alone you take, that a. So the gamma integral, it is called as gamma integral, and integral 0 to infinity x power n e power minus ax dx equal to, the formula is n factorial by a power n plus 1. So this formula we are going to use it in nearly 7 sums in this exercise. So keep it in mind, integral 0 to infinity x power n e power minus ax dx is equal to n factorial by a power n plus 1. Now we are going to see some properties of gamma integral. So using these properties only, we are going to carry out exercise number 2.10. It's very easy. First one, gamma of n is equal to n minus 1 into gamma of n minus 1. So this can be expressed in this form when the n value is greater than 1. So what is the formula? First formula, gamma of n is equal to n minus 1 gamma of n minus 1, where n is greater than 1. Okay, the second formula is gamma of n plus 1 equal to n gamma of n, where n greater than 0. So that is the second formula. And the third one, so we are going to use it in the first three sums. So keep in mind, gamma of n plus 1 can be written as n factorial when the n value used is a positive integer. Positive integer means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, dot dot dot. So that numbers are positive integer. So when it is a positive integer, then the formula is gamma of n plus 1 equal to n factorial. Okay, it is a standard value. So we don't have proof for this, but we have to learn it as a result. So gamma of 1 by 2 value is root pi, right? So gamma of 1 by 2 equal to root of pi. A very important result, keep in mind. Okay, so we are going to use the first formula and third formula in most of the sums. So keep in mind so that we can do the sums easily. The first formula is gamma of n is equal to n minus 1 gamma of n minus 1. When you can use this result? When the n value is greater than 1. Okay. So the next one is gamma of n plus 1 is equal to n factorial. When you can use? When n is a positive integer. So keep in mind. So now example number 2.80 we are going to see. So here we have to find the value of gamma 6. Okay, look at this number. Here 6 is a positive integer. So if it is a positive integer, we can use the third result, that is gamma of n plus 1 equal to n factorial. Okay, but you do not know this is 6 is the n value, right? But you compare this gamma of 6 with a formula gamma of n plus 1. So in the n plus 1 place what we have? 6. So n plus 1 equal to 6 means n equal to 6 minus 1, so 5. So n value is 5. Now take n value 5 and apply in the formula. So gamma of n plus 1 equal to n factorial. In this formula when you apply, you get gamma of 5 plus 1 equal to 5 factorial. 5 plus 1 becomes 6. So gamma of 6. The question has come on the left side. And right side the answer is there, 5 factorial. 5 factorial means 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. When you multiply, you get the answer 120. So the answer is 120. So this is it. It's a very easy one. If you could recognize the formula type, so which formula to use for the sum. So if you recognize that, the sum becomes very easy. Now the next sum, so which is based on the same type. So exercise number 2.10, the first sum, first solution. We have to find the value of gamma 4. So now 4 is a positive integer, we can recognize. Okay. So now we can use this formula. When when the value is a positive integer, then you can use it. So what is gamma of n plus 1 equal to? It is equal to n factorial. Now in the n plus 1 place only we have 4. So compare it. So if n plus 1 is equal to 4, then n equal to 4 minus 1. So that is n equal to 3. Then take n equal to 3 and apply in the formula. So you get gamma of 3 plus 1 equal to 3 factorial. So this side you get gamma of 4. And this side 3 factorial means 3 into 2 into 1. So the value is 6. So gamma of 4 value is equal to 6. So now we are going to see the next sum. So it is an example. So example number 2.10, so second subdivision. So gamma of 9 by 2. Actually here the 9 by 2 value is not a positive integer. So we cannot use the third formula. Okay. So, but 9 by 2 value is 4.5, which is definitely greater than 1. So we can use the first formula, that is gamma n equal to n minus 1 gamma of n minus 1. So this formula we can use. Okay, let's find out how to use this. Now in the n place in the question what we have? 9 by 2. So apply 9 by 2 in all the n place. So we get this step. Gamma 9 by 2 equal to 9 by 2 minus 1 gamma of 9 by 2 minus 1. So when you solve this, 2 into 1 2. So 9 minus 2 7, 7 by 2. And here also the gamma symbol is same. So 9 by 2 minus 1, when you take LCM, 9 minus 2 by 2, 7 by 2. Now this keep this 7 by 2 in the front. And for this again you apply the formula. Now in the n place we have 7 by 2. Apply in the formula. So 7 by 2 minus 1 gamma of 7 by 2 minus 1. When you solve this you get 5 by 2. The same only here, gamma of 5 by 2. Right. Again we have to solve this gamma of 5 by 2. So keep the front two values, 7 by 2 and 5 by 2 same. Now solve for this part alone. So when you solve for this part, in the n place we have 5 by 2 now. So apply here 5 by 2 minus 1 gamma of 5 by 2 minus 1. So here 3 by 2, again gamma of 3 by 2. Keep the three values again in the front as it is. Now for this you apply. Here now n equal to 3 by 2. Apply in the formula. So n minus 1, this is 3 by 2 gamma of 3 by 2. So when you solve this you get 1 by 2 and here also gamma of 1 by 2. Further you cannot solve because we learnt the value for gamma of 1 by 2. What is it? Root pi. In the front multiply this. 7 5s are 35, 35 into 3, 105. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 6, so 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16. So the gamma of 9 by 2 value is 105 by 16 into root pi. And this is the actual procedure. But there is a simple trick also to do it, right, in the easiest way. So that is this. Just listen. So now just see how I am going to do this for the same sum but in an easy method. So gamma of 9 by 2, right. So using the same formula, so 9 by 2 minus 1 gamma of 9 by 2 minus 1. But try to understand, Here when you do the subtraction, it becomes first 7 by 2. Then gamma of what? 7 by 2. Again for this, if you do, you will be doing 7 by 2 minus 1. So what is it? 5 by 2. So it's a simple idea. So here every time in succession 2 is reduced in the numerator. So 7 by 2 first, next will be 5 by 2, next will be 3 by 2, next will be 1 by 2 of 1 by 2 with that gamma of 1 by 2. So this value is what? Root pi. And here when you multiply, you get this answer, right? So I hope you understand, right? So this one is every time when you apply the formula, so two values will be reduced in numerator. So I keep on reducing. First when I reduce, I get 7 by 2, again 5 by 2, again 3 by 2, then 1 by 2. Then after that I cannot reduce. So last I stop here. Whatever the thing where we stop, the same should be written gamma also. So gamma 1 by 2 value we know. So that is root 5. Okay, let's check for this gamma of 5 by 2, how to write. Okay, how will you write for gamma of 5 by 2? First, 5 by 2 minus 1 means 3 by 2, right? Next, 1 by 2, after that you cannot do, so gamma of 1 by 2. So 3 by 4, this value is root pi. So this is it. So like this in easy way also you can do, but for now to understand the formula based sums can be advisable, right? Now the next sum in the exercise we are going to see exercise first sum second subdivision, gamma of 7 by 2, right? So here 7 by 2 is not a positive, is not an integer, but it is in fraction form. Anyways, this value is greater than 1, so we can use this formula, gamma n equal to n minus 1 of gamma n minus 1. So in n place we have 7 by 2, so apply it. So gamma 7 by 2 equal to 7 by 2 minus 1 gamma of 7 by 2. Here 5 by 2 gamma of 5 by 2. This when you solve, you will get this answer. 5 by 2 minus 1 gamma of 5 by 2 minus 1, that when you solve 3 by 2 gamma of 3 by 2, and here when you solve you get 3 by 2 minus 1 gamma of 3 by 2 minus 1, that is 1 by 2 into gamma 1 by 2. The front value is 15 by 4. When you multiply, root 15 by 8 into root pi. So this is by formula we are doing. Even directly also we can do. Okay, let's do that directly. Now just listen. So here what we have got is gamma 7 by 2, right? So gamma 7 by 2. So first you have to subtract 2 from this. So 5 by 2. Then subtract 2 from this. 3 by 2. Then subtract 2 from this. 1 by 2. So after this we cannot subtract 2 from 1. 1 minus 2 na minus 1 idom. So 1 by 2. So gamma of 1 by 2 again. That's all. So here 15 by 8 gamma 1 by 2 value is root pi. So the same only, but this is by using formula, and this one is directly doing. So in board exam whatever you do, they will give the mark, but when you prefer the formula it will be much better, right? Okay, thank you. Now we are going to see sums based on the gamma integral type. The integral which are in this form, gamma integral formula, 0 to infinity x power n e power minus ax dx. If you have the integral represent integrals like this, then this will be equal to n factorial by a power n plus 1. This n is the power of x, this a is the coefficient of x in the exponential function. So in the exponential function, the coefficient of x is minus a, leave the minus and take a alone. So a power n plus 1. Okay, let's go for the sum. It is just comparing the given integral with the question of the with the formula and applying in the formula based answer part. That's all. So here 0 to question example number 2.80, third subdivision, integral 0 to infinity e power minus 2x x power 5 dx. So here it looks like 0 to infinity. Okay, x power n part. Okay, we have e power minus 2x is like e power minus ax. So all that are there. Now compare. So here x power 5, there x power n. So in the n place what we have 5. Okay, so by comparing this with the formula, we understand n is equal to 5. Okay, e power minus ax, but in the formula e power minus x, leave the minus minus x. So what is a value? 2. That's all. Now take this n equal to 5 and a equal to, apply in the n and a place. So you have integral 0 to infinity x power 5 e power minus 2x dx equal to n factorial by a power n plus 1. So 5 factorial by a is 2, 2 power 5 plus 1. So 5 factorial by 2 power 6. That's all. It's just substitution, but you have to recognize what is n and what is a in the given question. And now the next sum, Exercise number 2.10, sum number 1, third solution. I equal to integral 0 to infinity e power minus mx x power 6 into dx. Now here also it looks like gamma integral because we have x power n part, e power minus ax part. Okay, what is gamma integral formula? Integral 0 to infinity x power n e power minus ax dx equal to n factorial by a power n plus 1. Now compare this with the given integral. So x power n, there we have x power 6, so n is equal to 6. And e power minus ax, here e power minus mx, leave x and minus minus, so you have a equal to m, right? Now take n equal to 6 and a equal to m and apply in the formula. So integral 0 to infinity x power 6 e power minus mx dx equal to 6 factorial by m power 6 plus 1. So m power 6 plus 1 means m power 7 and the 6 factorial remains the same. Now the same sum, the next subdivision, fourth subdivision, I equal to integral 0 to infinity e power minus 4x x power 4 dx. Now this also looks like gamma integral 0 to infinity x power n e power minus ax dx. So the formula answer is n factorial by a power n plus 1. So we need n and a value. Now compare this x power n with x power 4. So in the n place we have 4. So n equal to 4. And e power minus ax with e power minus 4x. So a value is also 4. Now take n equal to 4, a equal to 4, apply in the formula. So you get integral 0 to infinity x power 4 e power minus 4x dx equal to n factorial, that is 4 factorial by a power. So a is 4, so 4 power n plus 1, so 4 plus 1. So 4 factorial means 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 4 power 4 plus 1 means 4 power 5. So here we have 5 times 4. 1 4 1 4 get cancelled. So remaining 4 4s will be there. So 4 into 4 into 4 into 4. The numerator 3 into 2 into 1 becomes 6. Now when you cancel it, you get here 2 times, here 3 times. So 3 by 128. So now the same sum, question number 1 in exercise, fifth subdivision. I equal to integral 0 to infinity e power minus x by 2 x power 5 dx. And this also looks like gamma integral because we have 0 to infinity x power n term and e power minus ax term. So compare it. So this is the gamma integral formula, 0 to infinity x power n e power minus ax dx equal to n factorial by a power n plus 1. So x power n can be compared with x power 5. So n is equal to 5. E power minus x can be compared with e power minus x by 2. So minus minus you leave it. So x also you leave it. So a will be equal to 1 by 2. So a equal to 1 by 2. Now take n equal to 5 and a equal to 1 by 2. Apply in the formula, that's all. So you have n factorial, that is 5 factorial by a power n plus 1, that is 1 by 2 whole power 5 plus 1. So 5 factorial will be same. So 1 by 2 the whole power 5 plus 1 becomes 6. So give the power 6 to 1 as well as to 2. So 5 factorial by 1 power 6 is 1, but 2 power 6. Take the 2 power 6 to the numerator. So you get 2 power 6 into 5 factorial, and that's the answer for the given integral. So the last sum in this exercise. So sum number 2 now we are going to see. The given function f of x is x square into e power minus 2x for x greater than or equal to 0. Otherwise the function answer is 0. So this means you can draw a real line. So from minus infinity to plus infinity. So they are defining the function. For x greater than or equal to 0 means this branch. So in this side the function will be x square into e power minus 2x. Otherwise means below 0. So below 0 the nature of the function is 0. So we can just leave this part. Now you can see we have to find this 0 to infinity f of x dx. So 0 to infinity f of x dx. What is f of x in 0 to infinity? X square into e power minus 2x. Now does it look like gamma integral? Yes. So now compare this with the gamma integral formula. What is gamma integral formula? 0 to infinity x power n. So in the n place we have 2, right? So e power minus ax. In minus ax place we have minus 2x. So leave the minus and x also. So a is 2. Now what is the formula for gamma integral? N factorial by a power n plus 1. So apply in this place. So 2 factorial by 2 power 2 plus 1. 2 factorial means 2 into 1, 2. And 2 power 2 plus 1. So 2 power 3. 1, 2, 1, 2 cancel. Or let's do like this. 2 by 2 power 3 means 8. Cut it. So you get answer 1 by 4. So that's the answer for this sum. And this is very easy exercise. Please write it all in your note and just practice it so that you can understand much better.